Hey everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Imagination Megapark. Now, in the last episode, I worked on this area over here in the science station. I added this teleporting junior coaster, and of course also this enterprise here, and some other buildings as well. So yeah, I think this area is looking really nice. It is still looking a bit rough around the edges though. I want to actually also put some foliage over here, make it look like it's grown in a little bit, also make the edge here a little bit irregular. I think that will make the border of this land look much nicer. So yeah, at the beginning of the episode I'm just going to focus a little bit on that. Later on in the episode I'm going to build a ride over here in this area. Alright, I think these walls here are looking a lot nicer now, a lot more lush. I love using these bamboo stalks where the stalks actually have been made invisible. I think they work great for vines. But yeah, I'm definitely going to continue this pattern along the edge of this land as I continue building it. Now, that's not the only thing I want to do in this episode. I also want to build a ride over here. And what I think I'm going to do here is build a dark ride. And it will be a shooting dark ride where guests will have to shoot several targets. And I think we can make the targets look something like this. So we'll use these octopuses. I think they would work well as aliens. And for the targets, I will actually use these kind of targets. But I'll make the wooden part invisible. And that way it will look like the guests can shoot these aliens, something like this. So yeah, we'll have many of these throughout the ride. I think it will be a really fun thing to watch. Alright, here you can now see the first area of the dark ride. This is the cityscape. Lots of aliens around here with of course these targets on them. Put quite a few parked cars around as well. I put some of these lamps next to the track, of which some I broke, so they're vandalized. I think that's fitting for the theme. Also put some trees around. Some of these snowball trees to make bushes, and also some of this junk to make it look like some of the stuff here is destroyed by these aliens. Now, of course, there's also a handyman here just mowing the grass like nothing is wrong. Kind of reminds me of the "This Is Fine" dog that's in the flaming building. Don't know if you know it. But yeah, if you want this handyman to be named after you. Let me know in the comments why you think you would be good for the job. And then I might just pick your name for this handyman. Anyway, this is the first area. There's 3 more areas to be done, so let's get to it. Okay, the moon area and the space area have now been completed. Now it was kind of tricky to record everything because these walls kind of block the view. But I do like the way these areas turned out. So here we have this moon area. You can see this lander over here. Now I just copied this operator hut that's over here, so that's why it's called operator hut. Quite a few aliens around. Also put some of these stone blocks around. And over here we have the space area. Also some aliens out here in space. Also put some of these log bumps over here. Now I will make the track invisible later on. So these bumps will not be visible here on the track anymore, but the cars will bump around on them. I'll also put some of these rocks here flying around in space, kind of like meteors, just to fill up this space a little bit more. And of course this big satellite here in the middle. Alright, just one area remaining here, so I will get onto that next. Alright, our dark ride is now completed. Now the replay editor didn't really pick up on how I modified these vehicles, so you could see them just bounce back and forth over and over. But in fact they were actually going through the track like this. Now here you can see the vehicles, you can see them bounce around here. But yeah, first off from the station, they go through this section on Earth. Then there's this moon section. And finally there's a space section, and the guests end on the alien planet, where they take the fight to the aliens themselves. And finally after that they return back to the station. Now you can see some roof pieces here on top in the corners. Now you'll just have to imagine that there's roof pieces all around this structure. But I didn't want the viewer to have to use the cutaway view to see everything. So that's why I just left most of it open, so you can get a clear view inside. It's already difficult enough to see what's going on with all these walls around here. And of course this castle tower as well. Yeah, I'm super happy with how this ride turned out. See a little glitch over here. Here we go. Super happy with how this ride turned out. Really happy with how it looks. And I think it's a great fit for this scientific area. Now, it's still a bit rough around the edges here. The foliage is still missing, but that'll be something that I'm going to do in the next episode. Now, we also have a new entertainer in the park over here. I put this brave astronaut over here, and I named him after one of my patrons, Silver. Thank you so much for the support on Patreon. It's really appreciated. Now, if you also want to support me and become an entertainer in the park, you can find a link to my Patreon channel in the video description. Anyway, that was going to be it for this episode. I think it will be fun to end this episode with a ride on this new dark ride. It might be a little bit difficult to follow, but I'm just going to do my best to not have any walls in the way. And by the way, you can see this these spinning vehicles around here. I actually planned to just have these vehicles drive around with always facing to the front, but as I changed the vehicles to these spinning vehicles, they immediately started spinning. I thought you actually needed to have one of these spinning control toggle track pieces in the track to actually make them start, but it looks like they just start spinning right away. But yeah, I'm not too worried about this actually. I think this also works quite well. I guess it gives the guest a better chance to actually shoot all of the targets around them. Alright, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again in the next one. See you later.